It's a special French holiday treat that's been made in homes for centuries.
Bon appetit. The first bûche de Noël, or Yule Log cake, was made as early as the 1600s when smaller hearths were used to bake cakes, according to Hungry History.
And chef and owner of La Dolce Vita, Laura Wilson, is back with us to share her take on the traditional treat. This looks amazing. So good to have you here.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
We've learned so much from you over the times.
Our chef.
Yeah, so take us through the steps here. What
All right. Well, I have this bûche Noël, and yes, originally people would bring a log to put on the fire when people. Everybody had fireplaces instead of bringing a bottle of wine, or maybe they brought both. And then they began to dress the logs up and make them really pretty. But then people got indoor heating, and so they started making cakes shaped as logs. That's the history of the bûche Noël.
Very cool.
That's
we call it a Yule Log.
Okay.
And so when I was in school in La Cordon Bleu, our bûche Noëls were very complicated. There's actually a mold. But here in the U.S., we make an easier bûche Noël.
Okay.
Thank goodness. And anybody, any of you can make them.
Okay.
And so our bûche Noëls are generally a sponge cake. And if you go online, you can find a myriad of recipes. Some have no flour, some have no eggs, and they're super simple. It's a sponge cake. It's made on a cookie sheet. So you put the sponge cake and you only bake it. And this is made on what's called a quarter cookie sheet. It's a small one. It's the small one like that. And then you bake it like 18 minutes. Okay. Then as soon as it comes out, you flip it onto a towel.
Oh.
Okay. And then you roll it. You roll it while the cake is hot. You roll it in the towel.
Okay, so just like a newspaper.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the reason that you do it while the cake is hot is so you want it to be malleable.
Flexible later, so you can roll it back up.
And then, and then when you roll it out, see, otherwise it would crack.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
So it steams itself, and now it's nice and soft. Then we can ice the inside. So now I'm going to roll it up.
Can you buy this itself, or did you put this all together though?
No, I made it.
Yeah. So okay.
But yeah, you can buy them. But come on, they're not as good.
Gotta make your own.
Yeah.
So you just use this chocolate icing here, and
So here's my log. Now,
wow, that looks so good.
Yeah, and so this is a little one, but if you doubled it, you could have a long log. You could cut it, and you could make like a little thing coming out.
oh, okay. Make it
So-
look like a real log.
Yeah,
for the
make it look like a real log. And so I put my seam on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Okay.
And then we're going to ice it, and we're going to do some fun things with it. So what I have here is a super simple buttercream.
Okay.
Okay, this is just super simple. Martha Stewart, Southern Living, anything like that. This is a complicated Italian buttercream.
Okay.
You don't have to make this, but I thought we could have some snow. I had to make buttercream yesterday, so I brought it. This
Okay.
is snow.
Thank you. Okay.
These are
Pistachios?
yes, thank you.
Okay.
It's hard to find unshelled pistachios, but I have the greatest website. One of my favorites is nuts.com.
Oh,
Nuts?
okay.
Nuts.com.
Okay.
Nuts.com.
And they send
Makes
you
sense.
right away, and it's like so friendly, and they have de-shelled, unsalted pistachios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so this can be our mold or a little moss.
Oh, okay.
And then I made
Are these like
mushrooms.
supposed to be mushrooms?
Yeah,
okay.
these are going to be mushrooms. So what this is meringue, and this is a different kind of meringue than like if you're going to eat a meringue cookie. This has a lot of sugar to make it really stiff, and it has cream of tartar. Generally, we don't put cream of tartar at La Dolce Vita in. The cream of tartar is actually kind of a metal based.
Okay.
So, but a lot of people do. It's just a
And these are
tinge.
harder.
These
Okay,
are
they're
harder.
harder to touch. I
And
mean,
they-
of course,
yeah.
edible, but
So you pipe out like a stem.
okay.
And then, well, see, it looks kind of funny, but then you cut off the top,
Okay.
and you guys can do this while I ice, and then you dig out a little hole. You take a little bit of
Frosting.
frosting
Put that
for
in there
your
and
glue.
then just stick it on.
Look
Oh, look at
So
that.
adorable, huh? And you have
Wow.
a mushroom.
Okay. Very
and then
cool.
You get it to stand up straight. And so that's what we're going to do. So if
Okay.
you want to do that,
I
I'll
love
ice
that.
it. And then you just can take a fork over your thing, over your log, and make like, okay, I've got a little, and we can make snow. I mean, it's really fun to
Okay.
do with your children.
I broke it.
Oh,
That's
geez.
all right.
Here
They're
you go.
really breakable.
What not to do.
That's why you make lots.
Gina, I want to see you. I really want to see what your kind of Yule log cake turns out, because I know the last thing that Chef Laura Wilson showed us how to make didn't turn out so well.
You said you weren't going to talk about that. We did the beggar's purse, if you remember, right before Thanksgiving. Laura came in and showed us how to do that. And I got home, I made it for my family, and I ended up, anyway, the cheese that was supposed to be in it, like, exploded out of it. So, and it was because I took it was the brie cheese, I took the coating off, and it came out. So,
I mean, you said it tasted
delicious.
But she sent me
it
a
was
text.
delicious, and my whole family devoured it, but it did not look like Laura's.
Yeah, she sent me a text that said fail, and then had a picture of it.
Epic fail.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's all about, you just got to keep trying.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
it
just it.
is. That's what it is.
You know, I
exactly.
start cooking really young. So if you start cooking older, you just got to, keep going, right? It's,
Just keep practicing.
keep going.
How many, would you say, Yule logs have you made? You said you made it in school, right?
I made it in
course?
school. Oh, not that many. Maybe
Okay.
40.
Okay.
You know,
40.
More than me.
It's not a thing that I do a lot. But now this year we have gotten a lot of requests for them. I saw a fork in here. So okay, I didn't ice it perfectly because I don't have the time to make it.
Oh, that's fine.
Super beautiful.
Well,
It looks
and
very
logs
nice.
in the
Okay.
wild are usually,
That's
rough.
right.
Now, I've got some
You can
powdered
make
sugar here.
animal-
Is that
That's right.
for
So,
snow?
yeah, we can make some snow. So here we have like, like little
The bark.
bark. You want
That's
to powder
so
sugar it?
Okay.
pretty. Go for it, Rob.
Give some
So
snow.
you just
And
shake it a little bit?
Yeah, hit it with your side of your hand.
Oh, okay. A little bit of snow. Look how nice that is. I mean, I like a lot of snow, but
Well, we can snow it again. So here's our
that is
moss.
Oh, there's the
so
moss.
Pretty. Powdered sugar has a way of just like finishing everything.
Oh, it just makes
always
it-
makes
makes it
look so
perfect.
nice.
And listen, I would tell you about strainers. So this is a really good strainer. Some strainers here are super expensive. You think, why is that strainer so much? Well, I'll tell you why. The smaller the holes, the more expensive the strainer.
Oh,
so this is an
okay.
expensive strainer. This is about $40. This is
the
a Lake
finer
Crusade.
you can make it.
Yeah, but see what a good,
Well,
what
a nice even,
Right.
yeah.
It's also tighter. This strainer should last you forever, but the smaller the holes, the more expensive the strainer.
Okay.
So that's why you pay more.
Good tip for people who are looking for some gifts, maybe.
Yeah, and a good strainer is nice.
Gina, how'd you do with the mushrooms?
Yeah, Gina, let's
should I
get
be
moving on this
slacking
mushrooms.
What were you
over here?
doing?
I was listening. I can only do so many things at once. Okay.
So we've got our moss.
Okay.
We don't.
Now, how many would you say this cake right here feeds?
I would say this would feed 8.
8? Okay.
Well, I have a family of boys, so 8. If you have smaller eaters, maybe 12. But
Okay.
it's very rich.
Do you serve it with any, does this go really
Coffee.
well with coffee? I was going to say, I could see it going well
Yeah.
with coffee.
And you could put the buttercream inside as well. You could make it ice cream inside. I mean, there's just
Okay.
tons of things you can do. Look how cute.
Look at that.
And if you, well, that's partially, because
There we go.
Here we go. We can put a mushroom right on.
growing out the top. Now, I do have to ask, you brought these little glowing
These are called
beads.
draggies. Draggies.
Okay. All right. Just had to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't see many silver things in, but they're so pretty in nature.
And is it like a chocolate?
There's chocolate inside. I
Oh,
actually
okay.
got those in France, and I
Oh.
just think they're so pretty. And not many opportunities to use them.
Very
and
cool.
you could get marzipan, like a Fresh Market. They have marzipan, which I think tastes awful, but it's so cool to use. And you could make little bunnies or leaves or.
Very cool.
Laura, thank you so much for
You're welcome.
coming.
Yeah,
in.
thank you
This
so
is
much.
You're welcome.
Merry
I hope
Christmas.
everybody does a Yule log this year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And if you're interested in learning more about Laura Wilson and La Dolce Vita, you can go to ladolcevitaculinary.com. We'll be right back.